Well, Gab. How are we?
Well, Alan. Where have you been?
Me? I've been lying down for a bit.
You've been relaxing.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to me, Al. Talk to me, mate. Everywhere I've been for the last 7-8 months, holiday, everywhere, don't matter what part of the world I've been in. Where's Al? How's Al? Where's Al? How's Al? People are tuned in now, millions, wondering what happened to Al.
Well, it'll take...
explanation.
I'm not going to bore everyone, but it was remarkable, really, what happened. You know, 1 minute I'm doing this, I finish at 9:45. There's a car outside. I'm like, what's going on? Straight down to Addenbrooke's, Cambridge. Okay. And a few hours later, wallop, they open me up and stick a new liver in there. So I did have cancer on my liver.
Did you?
And we suspected that for months, to be honest. But they didn't want to go in and touch it and shake it up in case you could make it spread, you know. But anyway, they decided that, first of all, they said the perfect match came in, or else I might still be waiting.
Yes.
And people who know what I'm talking about, who are on the list, you can wait 18 months. You can go down there, get ready to have the op, and they say it's not quite right, go away, come back, we'll phone you later, maybe in a few weeks, and it can be murder, it can be terrible. But I was so lucky. I went down there and they said, we've got one and it looks perfect, so we're going to do it now. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So they eject you all over and you think you have to sign a few forms.
Of course, of course.
And you get carried in there and it's like, goodbye, everyone.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
I thought,
see you later.
Yeah. Just it's a massive operation.
Wife's in tears and, it was horrible.
But you knew though, didn't you, Al, before that? You knew, you know, when you were on air here and you felt dizzy and you had to come off, you knew something was...
Well, that was the stage where I had to get it done, or it was see you later.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise it was that extreme, but it was. They told me, said, another couple of weeks you were gone.
Really?
I went, really? I said, yeah, another couple of weeks. So anyway, I had 7-8 hours on there, and it was a fluid build-up I had. It was horrendous. Yeah. I mean, horrendous. You know, I don't want to put people off the breakfast, but they cut me open and there was a flood. You know what I mean? It was that bad everywhere I had it. But anyway, 7-8 hours later, well, it wasn't as easy as that because I did have a few complications during. My heart stopped for 40 seconds.
Yeah.
I said, you get the old, jump leagues on? He says, no, it came back. We were about to take action, but it came back. I went, whoa. So I've had loads of tests now on that, but that's fine.
Yes.
So pray God, 7-8 hours later, I came out. I was in intensive care for a few days. And then on the main ward, and amazingly, when I came round, I started thinking, I feel a different person.
Better straight away?
Oh, right away. And then when I I forget what week, it might have been week 2.5, I got up and walked around the ward, and remarkable.
Yeah, so much
I felt
better.
My breathing was better, my legs were okay. And that was it. It was a case of just test after test after test. I mean, brilliant. And I'll say it again, it's not everyone's cup of tea, the NHS, but there's too many bodies down there need looking after.
There is, yeah.
And it's not fair on the staff, the nurses. People are screaming at them, shouting at them. Don't get me wrong, patients, some of them are really in pain, but there's one nurse looking after 12, 13 beds at night. During the night. It's impossible. It's got to be a revamp.
I went a few weeks ago because I had pains in my abdomens. And I took blood in like the corridor. Yeah. Before you'd go into a room and you'd think it was a corridor.
I was in the cupboard. And I says, I don't care, just get me. Do it here. I'm next to the fax machine and stuff, Yeah. Didn't bother me, but it just shows you
how busy it is.
And you get some real idiots in there, patients.
Of course you do.
They think it's their own hospital.
Yeah.
The nurse, and shut up. I needed a fight.
Not again.
I was going to knock someone out.
Like the one in Paris?
No. But that was different. That was different. No, honestly, the staff,
amazing.
What they put up with, why would you do it for that? What they get paid? Why would you do it?
They're underpaid, aren't they? I say that all the time.
Horrendous. But I think it's the management at the top. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's not organised properly.
Needs better.
You have like very briefly, you have appointments, you go there, I'm sorry, we've not got you down. Come back in an hour, and all that sort of stuff. Right, but look, they deserve a medal as far as I'm concerned.
And then since it's just been a case of like tests and
I have to go to Cambridge. I can go to Ipswich a lot now. I've got another meeting on Monday up there where they'll look at. I'm continuously having bloods. Blood's the key. They can tell. And it's not just a normal blood test. They look at everything. Liver, how your kidneys are reacting. My kidneys were fine before the op and then went downhill, but they're coming back. And my heart, they were, I said, I've got to get this sorted. If it stopped, anyway, that's fine. Touch wood. It's fine. So I'm on massive medication.
And the medication you have to stay on, don't you, for the liver? Is that for life, yeah?
Yeah, it's rejection pills. So that, if your body's trying to reject it, these help the body accept it. So yes. I don't know whether it's a life or what, but no, obviously no alcohol. And it wasn't all down to that, they told me. My liver was tiny.
Was it?
It was a tiny liver. Someone else told me that before. I had some sort of scan. Maybe when I finished football. And someone said, do you realise your liver's a bit abnormal for your size of your body? Yeah. So anyway, I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But I did have cancer on it. And that's why I think that's why they made me come in and get it out.
Yeah, straight away.
Because I'm 67 now.
Exactly.
That's it. After that, you're struggling.
Yes.
Get it done. And you can't, and people say, oh, you get looked after because who you are. No, not at all. Nothing to do with it. This was NHS. I was as shocked as anyone when they said we're doing it now. I'm like, what?
Not expecting it as well after a show.
Which is a good thing.
Yes.
I don't want to, because it's a horrible operation.
And you don't want your mind on it, do you? Oh, you're doing it in 1 week. You're not sleeping for a week.
And then and in the back of your mind, you're also thinking, maybe they won't do it. I'll go down there, get ready, expectations, and then sorry, it's not.
Yeah,
But touch wood, it looks like I've got a good one. So.
Good mate, you look good.
Very,
you look
very
well.
lucky. I've still got a bit of fluid, which I'll have for another 6 months probably.
Yeah, bit by bit it'll come out though.
I hope so. So I've been trying.
What have you been doing? What have you been doing? Obviously the World Cup, but before that, box.
Well, obviously I can't. I don't go out a lot now because I don't want to be sitting in a pub when I'm on. Of course, you can only drink so much water, can't you?
Yeah.
And I'm not allowed in the sun, full sun. Can't be in the sun.
For how long?
No, well, because I'm on these pills, my resistance level's not good. So they said you have to stay out of the sun. So I was down in Spain for a week, and my favourite bars, my favourite beaches, forget it.
I was get in the shade.
I was like a monk walking about with a book.
Get in the shade though, can't you? Cover, surely.
I can do, but it's boring, Gab. It's boring.
I know.
I felt I was Gabby Agbonlahor. No, but it's great. I had so many people call me, text me, and they kept me going, and a lot of talkSPORT, during my recovery. I'm still not 100%, but I'll get.
You feel a lot better though.
I listen. Anything, even if I don't get any better, it's a bonus.
Yes, exactly.
I was a goner. You know what I mean? So, but
great news,
I'm not going to be one of these guys that tells you, oh, don't go out, don't do this, don't do that. Everyone's got to live their own life.
I was looking forward to that. Of you just giving me life tips and health tips and.
Well, I think you got to start enjoying yourself more, Gabby. In fact, I blame you for this. I cut right back down because I met you. Yeah. Oh, here he is, Billy No Mates. All right, I'll have a shandy.
Yeah, boring the life out of him.
Oh yeah, I've cut right back.
No, it's great. It's great news, mate. Good to have you back.
McCoy's been on, and loads of friends from school. Really, really good. Loads of people I haven't spoke to and heard from ages. I miss you on the show. I'm like, I can't believe he listens. Yeah. It really is.
Everyone does, mate.
And it's amazing as well. You when you get so much time in your arms, on your hands, you lie in that bed and you're thinking about your school days, football.
Yes.
When you were a kid.
Memories.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Everything comes back, and I'm like,
imagine.
I'm not going yet.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic news, though, mate. We've all obviously been worried, but to hear that you're better now.
Well, we'll get through today. We'll get through Friday.
Yes, you'll be fine, mate.
Touch wood. If I'm not too tired or feel it funny, then we'll go back to 3 days.
You've
back to normal.
Competition you got to read out.
Have I? Oh,
about 5 minutes.
Greg the text on. Well, he's not spoke to me, and I couldn't get in this morning. My pass is it's amazing, isn't it?
It expires.
You have a life-saving operation, so get him off the list. I'm like, you got to let me in. He says, sorry, man, you're not coming in. I nearly get back and Billy, stop, wait for me.